I just want to address some things. Not really some things. It's just I got some stuff to say, so I'm gonna say it. Everybody talk they talk, so I'm gonna talk my talk. Now, this for the revolutionaries. All the rebel. This cold. Car is cold. I'm on a night shift right now. My second job, but anyway, revolutionaries, man. If you think that, first off, if you think that revolution is running through the government and having a war with the government, then you need to keep scrolling up. You, whatever you call yourself doing, you need to stop. If you call yourself a revolutionary, just cut it out. If you think that's what it is, it's not. That's actually the last result. The first step, now I'm saying, is just self, man. You have to really dig deep inside yourself, lineage and everything. You could look up your own lineage. Us in reality as black people, we sit here and we go. I use the term for sake of argument, you know what I mean? But it's derogatory. Black is derogatory whenever you get through. You let someone label you, and now you have these stigmas on it. The stereo, that's where all of that comes on. It has a definition, man. Everything negative is associated with us, with blacks. And we take that and we roll with it. And that's not cool, man. I'm going to talk on that. You know what I mean? And that's where revolutionary starts. You have to find out your heritage, man. Your lineage. That's very important. That's very, very important, man. And once you find that, a lot of doors are going to open for you. Their mindset's going to change, because it comes with language, customs, religion. Religion is a lifestyle whenever y'all get through. That's another issue, too. The ones that these super conscious people talking about religion, I guess it's a bad thing. Everybody in their own nation get to worship God and they under their own tongue, man. That's the science with the Tower of Babel. There's only one spirit, man. Spirit has no face. Spirit has no face. If I was to write the Bible based on the past 100 years, you know, y'all still will think it's fake. It's crazy. But the reality, we living in a reality though. It seems like y'all think killing people is okay. Like that's part of our culture for real. That's what y'all think. If you point out all the 10 Commandments, you have a problem with it. But if you really look at it in its essence, it's peace. Even in other religions, it's supposed to be about peace. The Mayat, you look at all those principles, there's peace in there, love, unity. If the scriptures are telling that, what is wrong with that? You following some white man? What? White man. The scriptures say, spirit, God is a spirit, and is be worshipped in spirit. Even Christ was saying he doing the works of his Father, obeying the voice in them. That voice that tells you, and it pricks everybody to stop the fornicating. Don't you think that masturbating for the men, masturbating is a form of abortion? You ever thought of that? Even in the scripture it says something similar to that about semen on the floor, and then the Lord wasn't pleased with that. Somebody put their semen on the floor. But just think about that though. Stealing, lying, stealing, cheating. Yeah, I think all of that is cool. In other words, because we have the decision. We make the decision before anything. Before a theft has happened, there's a decision that need to be made. There's thoughts going on. That's the God and devil in you. That's where the revolution starts, in you. That's the first part. Having one control over the other. Put that guard out. Imagine, everybody stopped smoking. The ones that smoke. Me too. I've started back. I don't. Long story, but yeah. Imagine we stop smoking, eating better, exercising more. Everybody. What need would you need to go to Walmart and stuff if you could grow your own foods? Other than certain necessities, stuff you cook with, what other things we get? We mostly eat junk food. Chips, cookies, cakes, candy, soda, beer, juice. So that's another revolution within itself, your health. And then tracing your lineage, man. There's nothing wrong with tracing your lineage. People get on the DNA testing, but that's your part of you. It's part of you. And then there's live people that are connected. I'm connected with distant cousins, and connecting the dots. It's a beautiful thing. And from there, because that's going to come out of you. Now that burden's been relieved, you know who you are, you're going to walk different. You walk different. And when you greet people, it's a different vibe. And people going to treat you with respect because you carry yourself with that. Not based on something someone else tell you. That's like me running around calling you stupid. And you acting stupid. You going stupid. Why would somebody call another person stupid? Because based on their actions. That's the same with being black and nigger. Whenever y'all get through. Until we change that perception about ourselves, nobody else going to see us any differently, man. That's the sad reality. If we don't change our perception about ourselves, we can't expect nobody to see. Look at the world we live in. Look at the world we live in. And a lot of stuff I've been in, I said rants. That's why I call it rants, because I've been said this 100 times already. And a lot of people have said it all across social media. But why aren't we doing it? That's the major question. Why aren't we utilizing the power? Are we really puppets? Like, people keep talking about music and this and trying to blame music. That's another thing. So you're telling me that a person in music influenced you to go out here and kill people? Think about that. Or is that an excuse to mask the real reason why these kids' parents can't get jobs, stuck in the hood, single mothers struggling, working 2-3 jobs, and then inflation and all that. We're not gonna blame that. The blatant government just blatantly said what they did in the 80s with the crack era. Purposely destroyed our communities. We're not gonna blame that on that. It's just blaming rap music, right? But you don't understand arts and poetry, and because people don't listen. If you listen to them, some artists cry out, and then that's what they see. And then we bop our heads to it because that's what I seen. And if you could relate to it, I've seen it too, but they putting it in their words through rhyme, rhythm and blues, like through rhyme. And that's not all of hip hop. It's art. We had graffiti, dance. It's another one, was one of the major ones. We had stepping contests and all that, huh? But this is a culture we created here. You know what I'm saying? Which transcend from the motherland, from Africa. That's why we always dance. We bop to anything. We make music out of anything. It's just our rhythm, our walk. It's like a bop to it. But revolution, that's where it starts. And then the family. Your family. A lot of these people out here not even taking care of their own kids, man. I'm going to just say that, man. And y'all want to run and be leaders of a whole nation. You're not even married. You can't even control your household. The kids don't even see a strong kingdom. How you going? Come on, man. But these are people you follow, though. And revolution is change. And it starts with you. We don't have to be governed under these people, man. We don't have to be governed. We tried it. So why not govern ourselves? What's wrong with governing ourselves? What's wrong? Help me understand what's wrong with governing ourselves. And I don't want to get on here and sound tough, but at the end of the day, our kids got to be here, man. Everybody's kids got to be here, man. Whenever you get through. Look at your loved one and say, it's going to be a time when I'm never going to see you again. It's going to come a time when I'm never going to see you again. Yeah. Let that marinate for a second, man. While we keep playing with death and we keep letting these super conscious people take us out of our square. That's the Antichrist, if you tell me, because what was wrong with, it was nothing wrong with the man's walk, whether you believe he's real or not. Healing people, ain't that Dr. Sebi, something like that? And what happened to him? He's healing people from stuff that costs thousands of dollars to get a pill. And he's using God's green, God's stuff God gave us already. Everlasting in abundance. And we paying for it. And this is what happens. All the time. Start growing your own foods and watch what happens. They come knocking at your door, you're not paying taxes. Why you think they took all the trades out of the schools? They don't want the kids to learn how to build their own stuff up. We have transformers in the backyards and all that. Have a piece of land and take this thing back over. That's all this is. You know, we got broken down so bad. This is the cycle. We are insane. We are the epitome of insanity. I just have to say that. We are the epitome of insanity because we keep doing the same thing over and over. Every day. Think about your routine in the morning. You do that every day. Every day. And how many times we've been told a lot of the stuff we know now, but we don't take action. You know, it starts with the individual. You know what I'm saying? This is why we got that crab in the barrel effect. We try to get it out, stepping on each other instead of working together. Because we ain't free at all. Whenever you get to. Whenever you get to. If stuff could get banned on here and you could get put in so-called Facebook jail and even TikTok and they censor what you're saying, there ain't nothing free about none of this. So the question is, what sacrifices you gonna make so others can be free? That's what we need to do. And that starts with yourself. Breaking out those bad habits. You know, even your attitude with people. You know what I'm saying? Your intentions. All of that shows. People get bad vibes. You could get around people and like, nah, man. I don't know about this person here, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been around the type of people, I don't know, man. I don't know. Get that deep breath feeling like, you know what I'm saying? There's spirits out here, man. And then they're comfortable with it. So every decision that they make is negative, man. And that's why we have evil. So there's nothing spooky about it. People think it's like a Harry Potter film. It's right in front of your face. You, me. This is the Bible. Whenever you get it, it's happening. Say what you want to say. We could argue. all day. I got time. You can't tell me Genesis with the woman and the man is not happening now. You cannot tell me. In households all across the world, the breakdown of the man and the woman is happening right under our eyes. The siblings, rivals. The young girl just stabbed her brother. I mean, sibling rivalries. That's happening. That happens all around the world, still to this day. Older brothers doing you dirty just for nothing, because they, the bully mentality. Even with big sisters, there's the bully mentality. Not getting along, the jealousy. Tell me that's not happening. Tell me there's no Jezebels around here, out here, setting people up. No Delilahs. Okay. I'm talking about esoterically and symbolically. We want to get into the ancient times and all this crap. Worry about right now. What's happening now? They targeting blacks, so-called blacks. There's been a war forever. Through the court systems, through the prison system, everything. Jobs. Then they talking about affirmative action as reverse racism, when affirmative action was created to prevent white companies from not hiring blacks. They had to make a quota. They had to start hiring black people. That's what affirmative action means. We'll never get through. Look at that. Stop playing. Talking about some reverse. There's no such thing as reverse racism. We don't hold these court positions, high judges and all that. We're not in Congress like that. You know what I'm saying? Making these laws. We're not all over in the police departments like that. We keep complaining about how much we're not. Shows and proves everything. Y'all keeping up the system. That's what you're doing. That your ancestors passed on to you. And it's not going to stop until we stop it. And as I said, it starts with yourself. That's the revolution. It has to start with you. Then you can take that. You have to take care of your family, man. You have to take care of these babies, man. The deadbeats. It's time to step up, man. Mothers and fathers, you're dumping these babies. Come on, man. They're growing up, and this is what you see. Because the thing is, if it's like my peoples, the ones who brought me here, do me dirty, what makes you think you're going to treat me with love? So people walking around miserable and bitter for understandable reasons, man. Nobody asked to be here. Nobody. At all. In this shape or form. Nobody. We all have questions. How we got here, who put us here, etc., etc. Never you get to. So we could bash religion all you want, but it's a lifestyle. Either you're going to do good or you're not, because it all has consequences. It's a reward or a consequence. People call it karma or whatever you want to call it. But it's a reward or consequence for everything you do. But we blame the Most High. He gave you the power, though. We have the power to reprocreate and take a life. Look at the power that we have. But look what we do and how we utilize it. Just imagine. What do you go to the store for? Just think about that. What if you had the knowledge, and that's what they kept from us. People should perish due to a lack of knowledge. Knowledge of how to use the resources here. This is what's happening. That's why we perishing. And we have to rely on them. This is the religion we don't want. We don't want to rely on them, the system. I want to rely on God. That's it. That's it. What's wrong with that? Relying on the vision within you. Now I want to grow my own food. Now I want to have my own land. You know what I'm saying? But all these obstacles with the banks and all this stuff, they divided up this country. It's hard to get land. It's hard to get properties without going through these banks. And the way it's going, money ain't gonna mean nothing. It's gonna be about what you know. So Alma says, utilize your time wisely, man. Right now, you know, as you get older, especially the young bucks, 18, you're gonna get 20, you're gonna be 30, you're gonna, Lord willing, you be 35, 40. Then what? All this time wasted, man. We are some powerful beings. It's time that we really need to stop, man. We keep talking about heaven and this and that, but you forget about the part that says in the Bible, as it is on earth as it is in heaven. You want to bring heaven down here, whenever you get to, however you want to put it, so we could see it in front of us. We could have heaven right here, and it ain't got nothing to do with money. Stop equating heaven with money, and cars and stuff. How about love, peace? You know, I should be able to walk down the street with a hood on when it's cold and raining without worrying about being approached and shot. You know, I should be able to mind my business with headphones on, coming out the store or something. You know, I should be able to mind my business walking down the street. I have to look over my shoulder. Somebody gonna rob me for some paper dollar. A broke down tree. That's what it is, a dead tree. Think about that. Let that sink in for a second. You're killing a creator over the creation when it comes to money. Think about that. Let that sink. And that's what we do to each other, man. This idol worshiping. Call me what you want to call me. We idol worshipers, man. People don't see that. We idol worshipers, man. The God of this world is eyes that cannot see, ears that cannot hear. You know, they trust them. They put their trust in them. And they rely on them to get them the things that they need. You rely on that money. But whenever y'all ready for the real revolution, man, it has to start with yourself. And then come talk to me.